Hello viewers. So today I'll talk about XUV 700 AX7 petrol manual transmission. We will talk more about why I bought this car. We'll talk about the ownership experience and okay. So when we talk about the option, my priority which I have set is I was looking for a car with a well built quality. It was globally tested. So that actually shrunken down my list of cars. So we just left with actually three options. So on top it was Mahindra, Tata and Volkswagen Skoda. So we were looking for the segment in 4.3 meter, and also there was other segment which I was looking for is the sedan segment. I personally like sedan. There are only few which are left, and which are keeping this segment alive. I'll talk about it. So first segment was SUV segment. So in that particular segment, my only choice was Kushaq and Tycoon. Kushaq I really like because it well built car. It looks smart. And Tycoon, so both share the same platform, almost a similar design, just the frontal and the tail light are different and quite a difference between the dashboard. इन दोनों segment में मैं choose कर रहा था, but somehow the only thing जो मुझे वहाँ पे which we dropped the plan is that Kushaq and Tycoon is a 4-seater car. The only first thing which comes in my mind when we talk about the comfort and the sitting comfort and everything. So उस particular point पे Kushaq was lacking. And another thing was 1-liter engine. So it was a 3-cylinder engine. It was a bit noisy. 1.5-liter engine is a very refined, very good engine, but in that particular price segment, that is a pricier engine car, I would say. But still I could have paid for it. The only thing is the comfort. You might get offended because people here are they are German fans. They talk a lot about Volkswagen, Skoda and cars like that. So but it is true, it is a 4-seater car. It is not really comfortable, I would say. So that is enthusiast's car. So if you really love driving and all, you need peppy engine, better driving dynamics, so आप उस कार के लिए जा सकते हो. But yeah, it looks good. Another segment was my personal favorite, which I have always liked, is Virtus is the one car जो मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगती है. It looks mature, उसका look and feel, everything, it looks very beautiful. I would say, word is a very beautiful car. अंदर बैठने में भी अच्छा लगता है, सब कुछ अच्छा लगता है. लेग रूम अच्छा है, और इवन दो इट इज़ अ सेडान, अंदर स्पेस अच्छा है. 179 क्लियर ऑफ ऑफ ग्राउंड क्लियरेंस है, सब कुछ अच्छा है. then it comes with their own negative points. The comfort, the sitting comfort, seats are not really comfortable, and सिर्फ 4 लोग के लिए है वो कार. My family is like we are 5. So boot space के point of view में सब कुछ अच्छा था, everything was good. And then sedan, it has its own negatives. Driving sedan in India, आप कहीं और जा रहे हो, there are chances that you might get stuck. ग्राउंड क्लियरेंस इतना अच्छा नहीं होता है, बिकॉज 179 इज़ द अनलैडेड ग्राउंड क्लियरेंस. व्हेन 5 people sit, it eventually falls lower than that. So in the real time experience, you will get 160-165 mm of ground clearance, but if you have loaded boot, it falls even more. सो सिर्फ एक वो पॉइंट था कि प्राइमरी कार नहीं हो सकती थी, क्योंकि मेरी ड्राइविंग हैबिट्स ऐसी है. मैं ट्रैवल करता हूँ, लंबी दूरी पे जाता हूँ, थोड़ा ऑफ बीट भी चला जाता हूँ कभी कभी, थोड़ा बहुत, ज़्यादा नहीं, गांव वगैरह में. सो इन सब चीज़ों को लेते हुए हमने वो सेगमेंट ड्रॉप किया. फिर हमारे पास अगला सेगमेंट जो था वो महिंद्रा थार रॉक्स, जिसका मैं काफ़ी टाइम से वेट कर रहा था, क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगा था कि थार रॉक्स इज़ नाउ अ मोर फैमिली ओरिएंटेड कार, जिसमें हम बात कर सकते हैं कि सिटिंग कंफर्ट है, पीछे 5 डोर है, और थोड़ा डैशबोर्ड लेआउट एंड एवरीथिंग इज मोर लाइक फैमिली कार नाउ. मतलब आप मैनेज कर सकते हो उसको, अनलाइक द 3 डोर थार. लेकिन टेस्ट ड्राइव लेने के बाद माई फैमिली इज कम्फर्ट, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली यू आर बाइंग ए कार नॉट जस्ट फॉर योर सेल्फ, इट्स ऑल अबाउट योर फैमिली. अकेले मैं ट्रैवल नहीं करता, फैमिली के संग चलता हूँ। तो उनकी वजह से फिर मैंने अपनी मम्मी से पूछा, अपनी वाइफ से पूछा, सबसे पूछा। सो एवरीवन गिव्स द सेम रिव्यू, राइट। मैंने उसकी 6 टेस्ट ड्राइव्स ली, सिंपल रोड पे, प्लेन रोड पे, थोड़ा ट्विस्ट एंड टर्न्स पे, फिर उसके बाद थोड़ा ख़राब रास्तों पे। सो थैंक्स टू महिंद्रा जिन्होंने मुझे 5-6 बार टेस्ट ड्राइव लेने दिया, देन आई वॉज एबल टू डिसाइड कि मुझे कौन सी गाड़ी लेनी है। सो दैट वॉज अ टर्न ऑफ फॉर मी, because I also felt the same. Manual, there was no dead pedal, आप पैर नहीं रख सकते, so you'll have to ultimately go for the automatic. and automatic अगर आप पेट्रोल में जाते हो with a boxy design, you know, it sucks out. मतलब इट्स अ फ्यूल गजलर, इतना कम माइलेज देगी आप सोच भी नहीं सकते हो। सो इट बिकम्स रियली डिफिकल्ट टू मैनेज। सो in that point XUV is far more better. I'll talk about this in this section. We dropped that plan. So long story short, same goes with Scorpio N. Scorpio N doesn't suit my personality, and again it was similar thing. The ladder on frame is something which was bothering me, because I have seen the Thar Rocks and I have driven a Scorpion as well. So some way I feel that it was that instability as compared to XUV, it was there in Scorpio N as well, but it was better than Thar Rocks. So we dropped all those plans. We took the test drive of XUV 700, and that was our turning point. We drove this vehicle, my family was sitting inside it, and we fell in love with this car, because the first time I drove this, and the comfort, the looks, the interior cabin feel, and everything, you know, it all the criterias were met, and that's when we decided that we are going to go with this car, and no other option we are going to explore. Okay, so when we talk about the exterior look of the car, this looks phenomenal. Now if you see this aggressive grille, and especially in this Napoli black color, this car looks awesome. About the side profile, look at it, right? So Napoli black में ये गाड़ी अलग ही दिखती है. It looks more aggressive, and every designs and corner are proportionate, right? Nothing feels odd. Okay, especially the rear end, it stands out. The tail lamp is awesome, best in class I would say. इस सेगमेंट में मुझे किसी गाड़ी का टेल लैम्प इतना पसंद नहीं जितना इस गाड़ी का लगता है. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of this car. So first of all, when we talk about the pros, the first thing first is the driving comfort, right? Driving comfort. This car feels very comfortable. If you are looking for a high long distance driving, so the long touring on this vehicle, so it is a very comfortable. Now the engine noise is very low. It barely filters into the cabin. अब आप इंजन स्टार्ट करते हो, एट अ टाइम यू फील लाइक स्टार्ट है भी कि नहीं है, यू डजंट फील, मतलब आवाज़ बिल्कुल फिल्टर होके अंदर नहीं आती है. सो दैट इज़ वन गुड पॉइंट हियर. और देयर आर एडिशनल फीचर्स जो कि वेरी हेल्पफुल है. नो, the Mahindra has given quite a useful feature, which includes TPMS, auto headlamp, auto wipers. So these are the basic feature which must be there in each and every car, right? बात करें प्रीमियमनेस की, so yeah, the cabin feels very premium. Starting from the dashboard layout. Now if you see the dashboard layout, it if I just start it, now see the dashboard layout looks very nice, and ये leather finish है हर जगह, यहाँ पे भी leather finish है, and the white seats complement the car. Comes with inbuilt EXA, so that is one more luxury touch to the car. Now if you just give the command, Alexa, open the sunroof.
Okay.
It just opened it. So it's a panoramic sunroof, जो कि अच्छा लगता है if you living in a city जहाँ weather अच्छा है. Okay, I don't want this to be opened. Okay. So since we are talking about the premium feature of this car, music system is one such thing which I like the most. This multimedia knob make it feel more premium. So we have a hand rest here with some small utility box in here. Just now I told you that engine is very silent. आपकी गाड़ी स्टार्ट है या नहीं है आपको पता नहीं चलता. तो right if you see the engine is running, I'll just rev the engine. So all the way I'm revving it to 2000 rpm. So you don't feel such vibration filtering through your cabin, right? So with an add-on to this, there are a very handy feature. Now if you see this, the auto wiper off and on, so this comes with auto wiper feature. Comes the auto booster headlamp. So auto booster headlamp क्या करता है कि now if you have switch off the high beam assist and you are driving at speed greater than 80 किलोमीटर पर आवर, तो वो एक ऑटो बूस्ट हेडलैम्प होता है, वो भी ऑन हो जाता है, जो कि एड ऑन करता है आपके एग्जिस्टिंग हाई बीम को, तो आप और दूर तक चल सकते हो. तो ये दैट इज़ वेरी हेल्पफुल व्हेन यू आर ड्राइविंग इट इनटू द ऑन टू द हाईवेज एट अ वेरी हाई स्पीड ड्यूरिंग नाइट. सो वो एक अच्छा फीचर है इसका. अलॉन्ग विद दैट वी हैव दीज ऑटो एडजस्टेबल सीट. सो दिस कम्स वेरी हैंडी. अगर आप हाईवे पे ड्राइव कर रहे हो ना, यू नीड टू एडजस्ट योर सीट अप एंड डाउन, आगे एंड पीछे, एंड देन you need to maintain the recline. So this very small things, but you know it add ons to the user experience. आपकी ड्राइवेबिलिटी को, आपकी कंफर्ट को और ज़्यादा ये इम्प्रूव करता है. बात करें पैसेंजर कंफर्ट की, तो पैसेंजर सीट्स आर वेरी कंफर्टेबल. आपके पास इनफ लेग स्पेस होता है. आप देयर इज़ अ सीट विच यू कैन कंट्रोल फ्रॉम हियर. सो it has set according to my height and you can see there is a lot of space here. Leg space enough है. और सबसे important बात ये, 3 लोग के लिए there is enough space. आप 3 लोग easily यहाँ पे बैठ सकते हो. There is this, if you see there is a hand rest here. और डैशबोर्ड का लुक यहाँ पीछे से ऐसा दिखता है. If you see this, you get a light over here. यहाँ पे है, ये आपका विंडो कंट्रोल है. there is a lock unlock button here, so that comes very handy. यहाँ पे भी है. You get these soft touch finish here. So there is both the side there is a soft touch finish, and you have a grab handle here. This comes with 6 airbags. And that's all. You get your dedicated charging point here. As I told you, there is no blower control here, so you cannot control the fan speed here, but that's fine. But it's a miss, because at a time पीछे वाले लोगों को गर्मी लगती है, and you are continuously being asked to increase the fan speed or lower the fan speed. So these things passenger keep on bothering you. So talking about the gear shifting, is it really hard? मतलब gear क्या बहुत change करना? Is it very tough and it is clinky? Let us check. Right? No, so this is it. So if you see the gear knob, right, it is very slick. I wasn't expecting this itna smooth gear shift from a big car like this, but it is there. Clutch feels lighter. बहुत ज़्यादा हार्ड नहीं है, बहुत ज़्यादा सॉफ्ट नहीं है. हाँ, इफ़ यू कंपेयर इट विथ हैचबैक थोड़ा सा हार्ड हो सकता है. मुझे नहीं पता कि मैंने कभी चलाया नहीं है, पर मैंने छोटी गाड़ियाँ वैगनार चलाई है और ऑल्टो चलाई है, टाटा पंच चलाई है. सो दीज फील्स कंपेरेबल टू दिस पर्टिकुलर कार, राइट. सो क्लच फील्स लाइटर. ऐसा कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है कि क्लच आपको लगे कि इट इज़ वेरी हार्ड, यू कैन नॉट मैनेज इट इन टू द ट्रैफिक. मैंने बहुत चलाया है ट्रैफिक में. आई हैव नेवर फेल्ट सच इशू कि मुझे ऐसा लगा कि मेरे पैर बहुत ज़्यादा दर्द हो रहे हैं, क्लच बहुत हार्ड है, मुझे ऑटोमेटिक. आई डिडंट रिग्रेट. सो इट इज़ अप टू यू, योर पर्सनल चॉइस. आपको कौन सी गाड़ी चलाना पसंद है. The point which I want to cover here, if someone is looking, someone has extended their budget till AX5, right? अगर आप AX5 तक already आ चुके हो, तो I would highly recommend that you should go for AX7. Why? I'll give you few reasons, right? First of all, you will get 6 airbag. I'm not sure, might be there are chances that 6 airbag had now become standard as per Indian government, but मेरे time पे AX5 was just coming with 2 airbags. So AX7 will give you a 6 airbag. That's an additional safety. You will get an ADAS level 2. So this is it, the camera being mounted here. You will get an auto wiper, so you can set the auto wiper. There is an auto headlamp feature as well. You get an additional thing like TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system. That is one another good thing which I really like. हर बार आपको दुकान पे जाके चेक नहीं कराना होगा प्रेशर. सो दीज थिंग्स it improves your driving experience. Just if you can pay for it, you won't regret it. As an aesthetic visual look, you will get 18 inches alloy wheels with all four discs. So these things this also आप पैसा दे रहे हो तो आपको मिलती है चीज़ें. तो you can think about it. just my views कि अगर आपको AX5 तक जा रहे हो तो I would suggest कि आप एक बार देख लो AX7 में भी जाके. Things to talk about the manual transmission. Now if you see this gear, I am just shifting it, right? So it is very sleek, बहुत easy shifting है. Clutch feels lighter, right? आपको इतना ज़्यादा struggle नहीं करना कि clutch is very hard and you start feeling the pain in your leg while pressing the clutch, shifting the gears. It is not. Stability, if you talk about, this car is very safety. That's planted. Road stability is very good. That's the reason I have gone for monocoque instead of ladder on frame. So that is one such important point while opting for these. So now if you see, I am at 75 kilometers, 80 kilometers per hour. Now if you see I change the lane, right? जाते हो, you feel planted. You do not deviate from your sitting posture. Overtaking is not an issue. See, मैं अभी 6th gear पे हूँ and I'll press the accelerator. Now if you see how quickly this car gains up the speed, right? See, feel the power lap while overtaking. किसी भी गियर में, you be it 4th gear, 5th gear, 6th gear, you don't feel the power lag. Again I will show you. I'm at the 6th gear और अभी मैं 80 किलोमीटर की स्पीड पर चल रहा हूँ. Now ऐसा ही स्पीड बढ़ाता हूँ. See, within a second, a few seconds, इतनी तेज ये इट गिव्स यू द इनफ पावर एंड थ्रस्ट कि आप किसी गाड़ी को ओवरटेक ईजिली कर सकते हो. और एज आई टोल्ड यू कि इंजन बहुत रिफाइंड है. यू डोंट फील द इंजन नॉइज एंटरिंग इनटू द केबिन, और आपको थोड़ा बहुत टायर नॉइज आ सकता है. सो दैट इज़ बिकॉज ऑफ द क्वालिटी ऑफ टायर. इफ़ यू अपग्रेड टू अ बेटर टायर लाइक मिशलिन और समवेयर, बहुत महंगे टायर्स होते हैं, बट या इफ़ यू विश टू अपग्रेड टू दैट टायर, इवन टायर नॉइज विल डिक्रीज टू अ सर्टेन एक्सटेंट. Now enough of the positivity of this car. Let's talk about the negative points as well, right? So this, if you see, why Mahindra, why control IRVM, right? Auto dimming IRVM. So another key point to talk about is the fiber tailgate. I'm not sure ये क्यों दिया गया है. Maybe just for the weight reduction, but it doesn't feel premium, right? So think about it. अगर some इन केस ऑफ एक्सीडेंट अगर ये ब्रेक हो जाता है, इवन फॉर द माइनर एक्सीडेंट, अगर इसमें डेंट तो पड़ेगा नहीं. सो इट हैज़ टू बी रिप्लेस्ड, इट इज़ नॉट रिपेयरेबल इज़ व्हाट आई फील. अनदर थिंग इज देयर इज़ नो लैम्प एज सच इन द बूट. सो इट बिकम्स हार्ड एट अ टाइम ड्यूरिंग नाइट टाइम. अगर आप सामान रख रहे हो, निकाल रहे हो, कुछ भी कर रहे हो, so it become very difficult. आपको मोबाइल का टॉर्च ऑन करके देखना पड़ता है. there is no lamp given. I'm not sure why there is a lamp for the passenger, but there is no lamp in the boot or for the third row passenger. Think about it. अगर इसमें अगर थोड़ा सा there would have been some movement in this rear seat, like in Innova or somewhere, even in the top model. So it would have made the life of the third row passenger a bit easier. आप थोड़ा सा आगे शिफ्ट कर सकते थे और पीछे वाला पैसेंजर को थोड़ा सा और जगह मिल जाती। दो देयर इज़ अ रिक्लाइन एंगल, you can change the recline angle by pressing this lever to some extent. So there is electronically adjustable seat for the driver, but हाँ passenger के लिए नहीं है, but you still have to manage it manually by pushing this lever, right? तो this become hard अगर आपके संग कोई पैसेंजर बैठा है and they are old age, so if they want to adjust their seat it become really hard. So at least they could have given this electronically adjustable seat for the front passenger as well. Cars like Kushaq, Skoda Slavia and Virtus, इन दोनों में ही फ्रंट पैसेंजर जो होता है वो दोनों आपका इलेक्ट्रॉनिकली एडजस्टेबल होता है. सो they should learn something and they should incorporate those changes in XUV 700 as well, is what I feel. Another important thing is this, right? Why cars like Creta, Seltos, Kia Seltos, so इन सब गाड़ी में आप देखोगे कि आपको ये जो एक सन ब्लाइंडर होता है ये ज़रूर होता है. तो आप इसको अपने से आप नीचे कर सकते हो एंड एज इन व्हेन यू आर नीडिंग इट यू कैन जस्ट मूव अहेड, pull it upward. So but for now I'll have to manually fix it as an aftermarket accessories, so that is an miss, I would say. ये छोटी छोटी चीज़ें जो होती है आपके यूज़र एक्सपीरियंस को बेटर करती हैं. तो मेरा बच्चा है, मेरी वाइफ है, जब हम ट्रैवल करते हैं साथ में, कभी धूप बहुत तेज़ होती है तो वी फील दैट दीज थिंग्स वुड. लास्ट पॉइंट इज़ दिस. सो द माइलेज इफ़ यू सी हियर, what we are getting is 11.4, right? So the 11.4 kmpl is the mileage that right now the XUV is giving me. So this include highway run, city run, overall mileage it is giving. So this is also a con because you cannot expect much from a petrol SUV. So आप इसको नेगेटिव पॉइंट भी मान सकते हो, पॉजिटिव भी मान सकते हो, क्योंकि पॉजिटिव यू कैन नॉट एक्सपेक्ट मच फ्रॉम द बिगर कार टू गिव यू माइलेज लाइक. वी हैव रीच्ड टू अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट नाउ वेयर इन आई विल टॉक अबाउट द ओनरशिप कॉस्ट ऑफ दिस कार. सो हियर हाउ आई एम डूइंग इज, मैं अभी तक का जब से मैंने गाड़ी खरीदी है तो देयर इज़ अ लॉग इन द एड्रेनॉक्स ऐप. सो आई हैव put in all those information in the log. So जब भी मैंने पेट्रोल भराया है अभी तक जब से मैंने गाड़ी ली है तो मैंने वो लॉग वेल मेंटेन किया है और इससे हमें पता चल सकता है कि अभी तक हमने टोटल कितना पेट्रोल भराया है और हमने गाड़ी कितनी चलाई है. सो दिस वुड गिव मी अ एक्यूरेट माइलेज, की मतलब रियल टाइम माइलेज में सिटी ट्रैफिक हाईवेज़ पे आप चला रहे हो तो ओवरऑल माइलेज कितना निकल के आता है. तो ये आपको एक आइडिया दे देगा कि कॉस्ट ऑफ ओनरशिप क्या होगा. सो इफ़ यू आर थिंकिंग टू चूज बिटवीन अ डीजल एंड द पेट्रोल, दिस वुड गिव एन एक्यूरेट आइडिया बिकॉज दिस इज द मोस्ट रियलिस्टिक थिंग इंफॉर्मेशन दैट यू कैन गेट. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. See this, it says 714 liters, so which comes out to be 73,1500 rupees. 15 rupees. So started filling the petrol from the month of Feb, which says 230 liters, and you know, which each and every detail you can see. So till now I have filled 714 liters of petrol, which comes out to be 73,015. Now if you see the total distance that we have covered is 7253. So अगर हम अभी इसका टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ ओनरशिप निकालें तो जो टोटल डिस्टेंस हमने कवर किया है वो है 7253 डिवाइडेड बाई, और जो हमने पेट्रोल अभी तक जो कंज्यूम किया है दैट इज 714. सो डिवाइड बाई 714, राइट? सी दिस. सो द ओवरऑल माइलेज इट हैज़ गिवन इज 10.15. So this is the most realistic mileage you can expect. So overall if you include, this is not just the city mileage, तो city में भी ये जो total गाड़ी चली है you can expect that 40% is in city, 60% is on highway. So highway you can easily get an mileage of 12 to 13 kmpl अगर आप high speed पे चलाओ. अगर आप lower speed पे चलाते हो below 100, so you can expect a mileage somewhere between 14 to 15. I'm not giving you a hypothetical figures. this is what I have derived. I have seen mileage of 14 to 14.5 to 15 while I was driving at a speed of 90 to 95 kilometers per hour, not on cruise. It was on manual thing. So this is all. I have talked about why I choose XUV, why, what are the pros and cons, what are the premium features, and now at last I'm talking about what is the cost of ownership of these vehicles. Okay, let us now conclude the video. Based on my experience, and I have talked about the positives and the negatives of the car. क्या मुझे अच्छा लगा, क्या मुझे बुरा लगा. Along with that, I have also talked about the cost of ownership. So that is the most important point. Based on the current situation, because governments are putting restrictions on the diesel vehicle, people are moving toward the petrol vehicle, and the things that comes into their mind is जिन्होंने पेट्रोल चलाई उनको पता है कि पेट्रोल का माइलेज क्या होता है, but the people who are shifting from diesel to petrol, they are they know that diesel are known for their fuel efficiency, but now coming back to the petrol engine, people are very skeptical about shifting from diesel to petrol. So through this video, what I'm trying to explain is I have given you the overall mileage. So based on your running and based on your conditions, you can decide whether you should go for a petrol engine or you should go for a diesel engine. So with this, let's close off this video, and let me know in the comment what would you prefer, a diesel or the petrol. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can comment down below, you can ask me, I'll reply, and let's make this video more interacting and talk about your point of view.